before we go to the back of the chutes, you know, I am a human. And as often as I go 90, as much as I win, every now and then things, like I can remember one of my most embarrassing moments was at a rodeo. And my old man, he took me, and it was the first time I went to the bathroom by myself. I remember it like it was yesterday. I said, no, Pop, I got this. I was 8 years old. And I went in there and walked up to the toilet, and it was in the C-Bar T Winter Series. I was there in Lubbock, and walked up to the toilet and picked it up all by myself, and my waist went right up to, I could just barely reach. I was on my tippy toes, and I was using the restroom like a man at a rodeo. Other cowboys in the bathroom, and apparently I did not put the toilet seat all the way back, and it just started to creak, 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 and right in the middle of my business, just wham! Right on top of my business. I screamed bloody murder. That's right, everybody came to my aid. The last person to get there was my old man. Thanks for nothing. You could have covered me up with your coat or something. Anyways, the point of my story is those kind of things do happen to me. No, I don't get bucked off. I don't. It's never happened. But some of those things outside the arena, yes. So this is a way for you, what I'm about to teach you, this is something that you can take with you when you get bucked off, when you get your junk slammed on a toilet seat. You can do this exercise and go home with a win. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mentally, you got to win mentally. So what we're going to talk about right now is getting your stuff into your rigging bag nice and neat. Doesn't sound like a big deal. You're like, man, this doesn't apply to me at all. But what we have here is an opportunity for you to get a win before you leave the rodeo, before you leave the arena, the practice pen, the bull riding, jackpot, whatever. Whether you went 90 or you bucked off. While you're packing your gear, all spread out, while you're packing your gear, not only do you get to have a mental win of it's all in here nice and neat, you get to go away from the rodeo with that win, but also you get to check over your gear, and while you're doing that, you think about what you needed to do differently. I'm gonna start with my vest. It's the biggest thing. I lay it open just like that. Second biggest thing, my chaps. I wanna fold those very nice and neat. Get yourself a little fold going down there so they go the same way every time. You don't want them to look wrinkled like a t-shirt fresh out of the washing machine. Get those nice and neat. You're a professional, okay? You're a citizen of Winnebago. If you're at a Winnebago Rodeo Company rodeo, you better be doing this. Bam. Next thing we're gonna do, just one fold, okay? Not three or two, because that'll make it too bulky. Right there. Set that right up top. Next up, you've got your riding pants. I like to get a longer length, so 31-38, because I hate it when I pull them up and then you're riding and you have, like, it looks like you're wearing high waters on your pictures. Hate it. Rock and roll, double barrel straight, reflex. They got just a little bit of stretch to them. They really give whenever you. The bad thing about them is I get an earache because my knee hits my ear when I'm spurring them because it lets my leg go up that high. It's a bad deal. Now these I might put two folds in because they're so long, the 38s, remember? Bam. Put those right on top. Now, my glove. Whoo! Got that Barstow bull riding glove, deerskin baby. Size 9, 9.5. Got two different size gloves. Humidity, you know, messes with your knuckles. Put those nice and neat right on top of my pants. Protected by the protective vest with your Dale Brisby Rodeo Time patches. You ain't no cowboy, etc. JBDB Bucking Bulls. Sponsored up. Now, I want to find somewhere for my rosin. Right up there in the corner. Really also helps give my bag some structure. Now, what did I do wrong in my bull ride? Me personally, I didn't do anything wrong. I might have chunked the deuce at the wrong girl. I needed to do it over here. Or I might have knocked myself out. Not by getting jerked down, but by jerking the bull up, you know what I'm saying? Then, knocked myself out and crap my pants. Good thing I brought some extra jockey shorts, baby. Put those in there nice and neat. Rolled, long waist, bam. Needle nose pliers, fix your spurs, hole punchers, punch an extra hole because you be losing weight on the trail because you never eat. Now, right here, my spurs, Kelly's, love them. I'm gonna tie them together. That way I check my straps. Woo! You catch a knot out there, then all of a sudden your strap breaks because you didn't check at the rodeo before? That's on you, old son. Ain't nobody's fault but your own. Hey, this ain't golf or tennis. You don't have no coach, all right? It's on you. You're a professional now. Step it up. Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. If you're not a professional, then you need to do this and start acting like one. Okay, so bam, got them buckles lined up. Next up, my boot ties. Look at these all just thrown together, like just throw them in there. Don't do that. I've had these boot ties for 10 years. You know why? Because I take care of them. Get them the same length, kind of stretched out a little bit, but they ain't rotten. They ain't dry rotten. That's what I'm checking for right now. Now I'm going back to my bull ride. What did I do different? Was I lifting when I should have been pushing? Was I pushing when I should have been lifting? Was I out over the front enough? Me personally, probably so. Every day is front end Friday if you're Dale Brisby. Now I'm gonna catch these old spurs. Ooh, you know where I'm going with this, baby. Looking nice and neat. Pull it through there. That's a beautiful sight. That right there is something that just gets you excited about riding bulls. Don't it, Randy? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Randy knows what I'm talking about. Wire brush. Always be wire brushing your glove, etc. Clean these spurs off. Notice the tape. That's my deal. I put my tape on the wires because in there it'll catch on stuff and you want it focused. I want all those bristles straight. And then that right there on the handle just so I know it's mine. Hey, buddy, JB Mooney! That is a wire brush stealing son of a gun. Give me my wire brush back! We don't go to a lot of the same bull ridings because they don't add enough money for me to go to those shows he goes to. Next up, your most important piece of equipment is your bull rope. Bells first. Get those bells. Check those out. What do we have here? Looks like just a little bit of blood. Yeah, you know why? Because it swacked old Cody Webster in the jawbone. Anyway, I'm gonna put those over there nice and neat, separate them so they don't clank on the plane ride. Okay, I like to take my knot out of my rope. Knot out of my rope. Here we go. Get it all straight, nice and neat. Now you can have yourself some keepers on here. Typically I use tape that I have ran out of, and I had to steal the tape off of this to put on my glove. But so first I'm going to start with the body of my rope, and I'm going to roll that up. Just check it out. Spur marks. Any spur tracks on that baby? Probably. It's my rope. Get all the mud off of it. This is where you might get your wire brush right back out. Notice mine doesn't have a lot of rosin. I don't need a lot of rosin. Sometimes I don't even use a glove. Now, this is important, okay? This could save a life. I like to roll this up. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna leave that end out, okay? I like to leave the end of it out, just like that. I'll show you why in just 1 second. Some of you probably do this. If you don't, you ought to, because I like to pull that end out just like that. I don't want to roll it all the way up because it'll get a hook in it, and then whenever you come off and you go to get that big exit, you blow out of there, just went 90. I don't want that hook to be the last thing that wraps around my spur. It may not drag you around the arena, but it might just like jerk you up real quick to where your head is the first thing that hits the ground rather than your feet. So anyways, get that out of there nice and straight. That's the last thing that goes in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Looking good, my friend. Now that is what we're talking about. Boots go right here. Bring it over nice and gently. Now, I can leave the rodeo bull riding. This stuff is feeling good. Now all of a sudden, by the time I've got all that put away, I've gone through my ride, I've made my corrections, I feel good about what I need to do different next time, especially when I draw that bull again. This is what I need to do different so that I can go 91 instead of 90. Or 78 instead of 0. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm ready to be on to the next one with that little win. I'm Dale Brisby. This is In the Chute with Dale Brisby, Rodeo Time University. You're welcome.